In the headlines, Director of Operations at Kaduna Geographic Information Service, Malam Dauda, is assassinated. Calm is restored in Ibadan after daylight bullion van robbery where 2 policemen were killed. Spinal cord injury patient suffering in silence. And on the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau president accuses convicted drug baron of being behind failed coup. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. Now the news in detail. Gunmen in the early hours of Friday assassinated the Director of Operations of the Kaduna Geographic Information Service, Malam Dauda. The district head of the community, Muhammad Abdullahi, while confirming the incident, said the divisional police officers of Rigachukung and Barnawa, who were residents of the community, have visited the scene of the crime. Reports say the gunmen, numbering about 5, breached the security of the victim's house located at Barakallahu community in Igabi local government area of the state, where they killed him and took off, leaving all valuables in the house. According to reports, the suspects attacked a nearby community, possibly to divert the attention of members of the community as they conducted their nefarious act, with no casualty recorded in the other attack. The district head also called on the state government to mediate between the community and the NAF over the vast land which he said is a hiding place for criminals. Operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Zamfara State raid 2 mining sites, apprehending 10 illegal miners in communities in Talata Marafa local government area of the state. Some elements still carry out illegal mining activities in the area, despite ban by federal government on the activities of the state due to insecurity. A 14-year-old errand boy of bandits leader Bello Turji is also arrested by the paramilitary organization. The report.
As part of effort to curb activities of illegal mining in Zamfara State, the operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) stormed 2 separate mining sites at Murki and Tunga Bay communities in Talata Marafa local government area, where they apprehended 10 illegal miners. The NSCDC operators also confiscated 8 motorcycles, 9 bags of precious stones, and several tools, including 1 Dane gun, which the local security outfit is using to guard them in the bush.
A good 9 persons have been arrested. 3 from the 10 persons have been arrested, 3 from the mining site, and then 7 from where it is being processed. So altogether 10. Yes, about 8 motorcycles were confiscated. Those motorcycles belong to the illegal miners. You may be surprised to know that these miners are even having local securities guiding them. It means it's an organized syndicate. Local security, if you look at behind me, you will see a day gun that we apprehended from one of the local security men guiding them. So even those that are using motorcycle, they are there as errand boys. They use the motorcycle to convert the finished product, the mined product, to where they can get the finished product.
The NSCDC has warned those engaged in illegal mining activities in Zamfara State to desist from the unlawful act, as it will spare no one found culpable.
I want to use this opportunity to send a note of warning to anybody, no matter how highly placed, that is engaging in this kind of illegal activities. Please desist from it. No man can be more than the government. The government has said they have placed an embargo, a ban on mining activities in Zamfara State. On no account should any man who think he's more than the government will embark on such kind of adventure. I call it adventure because it is not something that anybody could do if you are not trying to challenge the will of the government.
One of the illegal miners said they're engaging in mining activities because there's no legal work to feed their families, and if the government wants them to stop, it should provide alternative job for them.
We are employed as laborers to work on the mining site to get money to cater for ourselves and families. Our employers used to give us 500 naira per day to eat. We are aware of the federal government's ban on mining activities. We are poor people, and if we don't go out to look for what to do or to do illegal mining to earn a living or to feed, we do not have vocational skill or job. Also, the bandits are terrorizing us, rustled our animals. That is why we are engaged in illegal mining activities to survive.
2 operatives of the Corps were attacked during the operation and were left with different degree of injuries. NSCDC operatives succeeded in arresting 14-year-old boy who is an errand boy of terrorist kingpin Bello Turji. The boy confessed that Bello Turji has trained him on how to operate any type of weapon. According to the Public Relations Officer of the Corps in the state, Ikoche, the 14-year-old boy Sani Suleiman takes advantage of female victims by having carnal knowledge of them, and he has been used as a bait for kidnapping.
So we are working on it. We are trying to get more stories from him to see how, if possible, rehabilitate him and then go after those who he will reveal that are his masters who took us.
7,534 applicants seeking to join the Nigerian police force as constables and other ranks are undergoing screening in Kaduna. Police Public Relations Officer in the state, ASP Jalige Mohammed, says the screening process is a thorough one in order to avoid recruiting bad eggs into the force. The report.
The screening involves physical examination and credential screening. The exercise is a carryover from 2001. According to ASP Jalige, all applicants must meet the requirements in order to ensure integrity in the system.
The whole process is attached to the national identity number of all applicants. That has eased our difficulties in the screening. Right from application, if you are over age, if you are more than 26 years, the system will reject your application automatically. And also if you are on the height, there is a required height we want in the police. So if you are on the height, the system rejects you automatically. The total number of applicants to be screened here in Kano State is 7,534 applicants.
The State Intelligence Bureau of the Police and other relevant bodies are part of the system to ensure that only candidates with good characters are screened.
So far we have not faced any challenge, considering the fact that we have representatives from the Kano State government as well as recruitment officers from all local governments. We have been working hand in hand with them to ensure a hitch-free exercise. And from our own side, the police, we have our the SIB personnel, our intelligence, the intelligence unit of the Nigerian police force. We have a desk here at the screening point where they screen and ensure that all applicants are of good character to avoid bringing in bad eggs into the Nigerian police force.
The applicants are drawn from the 23 local governments of Kano State, and so far more than 2,500 have been screened, and the exercise is still ongoing.
2 policemen and a motorcyclist are confirmed dead after armed robbers attacked a bullion van conveying money from a bank on Iwo Road to the Idiakwe area of Ibadan, Oyo State. To journalists, describing the attack as a coordinated one. Reports say the armed men attacked the bullion van heading towards the gate area of Ibadan in a Toyota Sienna, overtook the van and opened fire on the occupants and the police escorts. While the escorts engaged the robbers in a shootout, the hoodlums outnumbered the operatives and killed 2 of them. Meanwhile, the police also neutralized one of the hoodlums, while many others escaped with multiple gunshot injuries during a shootout. Also, some residents at the scene sustained gunshot injuries in their vehicles, and those who managed to escape hid inside the drainage. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have again intercepted 40,250 kilograms of the Schedule II controlled narcotic worth over 2 billion naira imported in two 40-feet containers from India. The drug bust comes on the heels of a similar seizure of 14,080 kilogram codeine syrup and 4,352.43 kilogram cold caps used to conceal the container imported from India on Wednesday at Apapa port. The seizures followed intelligence from foreign partners and cooperation of other port stakeholders such as Customs, DSS, Navy, and others. The latest consignments intercepted on Tuesday were brought into the country in two containers marked HLBU 2239792 with 1,125 cartons of the drug and HLBU 1067338 with 1,755 cartons with a market value of 2,012,500,000 naira. The consignments were seized at the Port Express Bonded Terminal, Berja Apapa, after they were discovered concealed behind cartons of Hypagra 200 milligram and deluxe chili cutters, which the agency's sniffer dogs were brought in to identify the illegal substance. Reacting to the latest seizure, Chairman of NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, said the agency remains poised to deal decisive blows to drug cartels this year, but ensuring that no gram of illicit drug is allowed to come into or pass through Nigeria to other countries. While commending the officers and men of the Apapa Port Special Area Command of the agency for their vigilance, he expressed gratitude to foreign partners for sharing timely intelligence and other port stakeholders for their cooperation. Breakdown of portal of the National Identity Management is making life difficult for Nigerians who want to subscribe to telecommunication or banking services. Ibrahim Ismail speaks to some people in Gombe who spend days waiting to register their identity numbers with service providers.
This is an MTN service center, one of the largest in Gombe State. On a normal circumstance, the place used to be crowded with people accessing one service or the other, like SIM swap, SIM registration, among others. But because of a technical fault on the portal of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, services of telecommunication operators are affected and many Nigerians suffer.
I am from Zambuk, 25 miles from Zambuk to Gombe. There is no network, nothing that they can do. And even if I said I will not be coming, as I said before, no the means of corresponding, mingling with my people, my friends, and whatsoever. The reason is that they did not get the network. That's the main network. So we can't do otherwise. Nothing that we can do. I came here since 5 days now, but I did not get anything. By going here and there, if we get it, we will raise and we will be happy with it. Then please, I'm urging them, let them release the NIN number.
Sannan na zo yin welcome back yau kwana na hudu kenan ina zuwa nan gurin. Kullum in nazo ba network wato na NIN number baya.
I have been coming here for 4 days. I want a SIM swap. They keep telling me there is no network and NIN is not validating. They said the problem is not from them. We are worried about the development. I visited a private NIN registration center and met some people who battle multiple challenges while trying to validate their information on NIMC portal. This man want to verify his date of birth. There is network problem. I suffered a lot. I paid 15,000 naira through Remita in Bauchi. Information Communication Technology specialist said a lot needs to be done to address the problem on the NIMC website.
Yes, it has many implications because most of the people, they are here to open an account number, but the thing is not moving. It will affect our business definitely. Like now, if you are doing registration, it is moving. But if you want to check the date of birth or to validate the name of the persons, it's not moving. Totally, it's not moving. You don't know what is happening.
Nigerians have been raising concern over some media reports suggesting that the portal of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has been hacked and data of millions of Nigerians were stolen and compromised. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break, how waste scavengers make fortunes. Do stay with us.
Should we be looking forward to your candidacy in 2023?
Don't join politics as a contestant. Otherwise, you will be terribly disappointed. Maybe you will end up being somebody whose only role in the party is to contest election. It doesn't work that way. You see, you join politics because you have conviction that if you have an opportunity, you will make life better for everybody.
Is the Kosia still in the PDP, or is it in the APC, or is it in a political limbo?
We are in the party. We have pointed out areas of concern to everybody concerned. Our prayer and hope is that people will see reason and address those issues.
Welcome back. You're still watching Trust News Update. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that gunmen in the early hours of Friday assassinated the Director of Operations of the Kaduna Geographic Information Service, Malam Dauda. You also heard that 2 policemen and a motorcyclist have been confirmed dead after armed robbers attacked a bullion van conveying money from a bank on Iwo Road to the Diakbe area of Ibadan, Oyo State. To other news, spinal cord injury is gradually becoming a common problem in Nigeria, with over 100,000 cases recorded every year, mostly from accidents. There are over 1,000 reported cases of spinal cord injuries in Katsina State. Abdullahi Amadi meets with Aisha Mohammed, one of the patients suffering in silence.
Aisha Mohammed Film Polo Quarters in Katsina Metropolis is one of the hundreds of unfortunate victims of spinal cord injury in Kano State. This young lady has been suffering in pains since 2019 when she had an accident inside her toilet. The unlucky Aisha was taken to native doctors for treatment, but instead of getting what she bargained for, they further compounded her problems. The native doctor later discovered that the condition of Aisha Muhammad is beyond him and advised for diagnosis and treatment in a specialist hospital. It was when the young lady was taken to orthopedic hospital Dala, Kano, it was discovered that she had a severe spinal cord injury and advised for immediate surgery, therapy, medications and other palliatives. Life with spinal cord injury is unbearable, but I have to endure it. This injury is traumatic. There are instances I cannot sleep. I can't help myself. I need support and assistance of everybody. In fact, It is a new life experience. Though, according to experts, spinal cord injury can hardly be cured. It can be a lifelong trauma, but Aisha Muhammad is keeping hope high that she can be cured and get married later in her life. In fact, the condition of Aisha Muhammad is deteriorating by the day, as she neither pees nor urinates by herself. She also requires the support of her sisters or stepmother anytime she wants to bathe or answer the call of nature. According to medical bills from Dala Orthopedic Hospital, Kano, Aisha Muhammad requires the sum of 2 million naira to undergo surgery and other medications to save her dear life. For over 3 years since Aisha had this spinal cord injury, her father, who is a pensioner, was only able to receive 500,000 naira from Kano State government and 120,000 naira from individuals as donations, part of which is being used for the upkeep of the patient on other drugs. Aisha's father, Alhaji Muhammad, said since the unfortunate incidents in 2019, they were having sleepless nights as she cries day and night as a result of severe pains.
And we took her to orthopedic hospital here in Katsina. From there they refer us to National Orthopedic Hospital, Dala Kano. There they give us estimate of 2 million. The little we have, the state government have donated 500,000. Then individuals help us. We have about 120,000. So up till now we are still looking forward to good people of this country to please come to our aid and help us.
The stepmother to the patient, Hajia Aisha, calls for support from individuals, corporate bodies to save the dear life of Aisha Muhammad. Aisha has been suffering in pains since 2019. Before now, we did not even know what happened to her until when we took her to Orthopedic Hospital, Kano, and the money is beyond our capacity. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
The business of scavengers is primarily the collection of waste from trash bins. From squeegee boys to water sellers, the narrative around young boys who come to the FCT in search of livelihood continues. But with proper guidance, some of these boys thrive in these petty endeavors. This is the story of 2 boys, Usman Zayed and Muhammad Sani, who search for waste in the FCT regardless of where it is found. Zainab Bala caught up with them.
I came from Kebbi State. I came to Abuja in search of a livelihood. When I came, I met a woman who said she would pay me 5,000 every month to clean her shop, but she would take care of my feeding. After some time, I realized the payment was not enough. I started hawking sachet water. I also realized it was too strenuous and I could hardly get enough to feed from it. I then joined some people from my community to become a scavenger, and I got applauded for that. People told me it was better than stealing or begging. From 500 naira a day, I now get more. I have also started building a house back home. I tried a lot of things when I came. I even tried cutting people's nails for money, but I was bad at it. We both came to this town searching for what to do. I started with sachet water, but it did not work because it was a rainy season. Someone from my village left me with his truck to scavenge, but unfortunately it was stolen while I was fast asleep. I tried looking for someone who can give me another, but it did not work. So I spoke to this friend of mine. That's why we work together.
And finally, on the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau's President Umaru Sissoco Embalo has accused a former Navy chief with links to the drug trade and 2 accomplices of being behind a failed coup earlier this month. Embalo, who launched an investigation into what he described as a well-funded and tightly planned assassination attempt, said on Thursday former Navy Chief Admiral Jose Americo Bubo Nachuto and his aides Chamiala and Papis Jeme were behind the coup bid and were among those arrested. Heavily armed men attacked government buildings in the capital Bissau on February 1 while Embalo was chairing a cabinet meeting. With that, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.